Late afternoon, gravel pull-off on a backcountry road, birch leaves turning gold. You've got your phone out, camera open. 50 yards off the shoulder, a bull moose is grazing, unhurried, same as every photo you took in July. You figure you've got time for a good shot. It doesn't run, it lifts its head, it locks its gaze on you, and it starts closing the distance. Every instinct telling you to hold still, stare it down, or back away slowly. Every one of those instincts is about to make this worse. Why is the animal you photographed all summer suddenly behaving like a completely different creature? Because it is one. Between mid-September and late October, a bull moose's testosterone spikes to roughly 18 times its summer level. Feeding stops entirely. The animal burns through its own fat reserves. It loses up to 20% of its body mass. Its neck muscles double in size, packed dense to absorb the shock of combat. The velvet drops from the antlers, leaving hardened bones stained dark from months of thrashing against timber. The forest tells you before you see him. A pungent sweet ammonia scent, that's a rut pit, where a bull has urinated and wallowed to mark his range. The sharp crack of antlers thrashing birch. A deep chest-borne grunt, not a bugle, a rumble. These are moose rutting season behavior cues that arrive minutes before visual contact. If you're reading them, you still have time. If you're already in proximity, the signs a moose is going to attack run in a specific order. First, it stops and stares, an assessment. Then the hackles rise along the hump and spine. The ears pin flat against the skull. Lip smacking begins. Heavy, visible breath, and then it lowers its head, tucks its chin, and starts walking toward you. That last movement is not curiosity. The assessment is over. A strike is coming. You feel it before you hear it. Ground vibration underfoot. Then the hoofbeats accelerating from a walk into a dead run, brush snapping, the distance collapsing fast. Unlike a bear, you do not hold your ground. You run immediately towards solid cover. A mature tree trunk, a boulder, a vehicle. A moose can hit 35 miles an hour through open timber. You are not outrunning it. You are breaking its line of sight and turning radius. That is the only goal. If you have a dog, keep it leashed in moose habitat. Always. A moose reads a dog as a wolf. It will charge the dog. The dog will flee straight back to you. And now a 1,500-pound animal is running at you because your dog led it there. Reaching cover doesn't end the threat. A moose can kick through a full 360-degree radius. It can rear 9 feet into the air and box straight down. In deep agitation, what biologists call a tantrum, it may run in erratic circles, kicking sideways into the brush. A strike can land mid-evasion. Know that going in. You made it to the tree. Cover breaks a charge. It doesn't break a fall. What you do in the next 3 seconds on the ground is the only thing that decides what happens after. If it knocks you down, curl immediately into a tight fetal position. Protect your head, protect the back of your neck, pull your knees in, and go completely still. Do not fight back. A moose reads resistance as a continuing threat. Fighting prolongs the attack. Stillness signals defeat. Defeat ends it. Don't move even after it seems to retreat. Moose frequently linger to confirm the threat is neutralized. Premature movement triggers a second strike, and the second is often worse. Stay down until the forest has been quiet long enough that you are certain it is gone. If someone with you has been struck, the blunt force from a 1,500-pound animal mirrors a vehicle collision. Crushed ribs, traumatic brain injury, cervical fracture. Internal hemorrhage can escalate into fatal shock within the following hour. Do not move the victim. Do not drag them, sit them up, or apply an improvised cervical collar. Improper immobilization can sever an already fractured spine. Manually stabilize the head in a neutral position. Control external bleeding with direct pressure. Monitor for shock, and get emergency services moving. The sequence works because it's learned before you need it. Read the escalation early, the rut pit, the hackles, the slow walk. Choose the right direction, toward solid cover, not away in the open. And if it goes to ground, know that stillness is the move, not resistance. The calendar is the real variable here. Mid-September to late October, the animal doesn't change, the season does. Next in the Wildlife Encounters series, how to stay safe around mountain lions. Links and field notes are in the description. Subscribe to Gridfall Survival. Prepare, adapt, outlast.